G'day, and welcome to ComicsMATE, your mates in comics from the land down under. I'm Dean James, and today I'm again talking about the pathetic woke failure that is Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. That's right, you can scream and cry all you want in my comments, but that won't save you from the truth.
It stinks.
On top of it being a terrible, repetitive live service video game, the main complaint from players has been the sheer disrespect to the source material coming from the developers and the shill tourists attempting to defend it. Deadshot is white, this game's version of Harley Quinn is ugly, and that's not how a Green Lantern ring works. All this combined has led to this shit stain of a game failing to reach even the disastrous Avengers game's concurrent player numbers. So as much as some of you freaks may want to deny it, the writing is on the wall. Eat shit, woke-tards, people are sick of pandering to leftists, and 2024 is the year that woke dies. For the rest of you, make sure you've liked the video to help push it out into the algorithm and subscribe so you don't miss any of my other videos. Now let's jump right into this. From bounding into comics, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League fails to reach even half of Marvel's Avengers Steam player peak. It's almost like people are sick of being taken advantage of by developers using predatory practices to squeeze as much money out of them as possible, and with bait-and-switch stories full of unlikable characters. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League Steam player peak is less than half of those of the other infamous live service superhero game, Marvel's Avengers. Marvel's Avengers game was a bomb in every sense of the word, so for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League to not even reach half of their numbers is hilarious and pathetic. It really does represent the fall of Rocksteady, proving once and for all that since the team who made the Arkham series has left, they have nobody of any talent to actually replace them. Instead, they tried to pander to the lowest common denominator and squeeze the normies for every cent they could before the reviews let everyone know what a mess this game actually is. As noted on SteamDB, a third-party website that tracks various data of Steam, Marvel's Avengers had an all-time peak of 31,165 players on September 5th, 2020. This was 24 hours after the launch, and the game's all-time peak. The peak being so soon after launch is typical, usually being bucked in rare cases by major updates or exposure via YouTube or social media. Unfortunately for Rocksteady, this time nobody on YouTube or any other social media platform has had anything nice to say about the game, essentially killing it where it stood the second the review embargo was lifted. Even the people who disagreed with me on my last Suicide Squad video still agreed the game was trash, they just didn't agree with why it was trash. However, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League saw only 13,459 players, again, the day after its launch. To add salt to the wound, even the beta for Marvel's Avengers had an all-time peak of 18,908 players on Steam. Whoa, that's rough. It should be noted that this does not account for players on other platforms, but the comparison is nonetheless yet another blow to Rocksteady Studios' latest game. The similarities aren't hard to draw. Both titles were reviled for the live service elements and currencies they featured, as well as other issues. Those other issues being divisive woke messaging shoehorned into places they don't belong by activists masquerading as creatives in the industry, including but not limited to things like ugly character designs, race-swapping characters, quirky and unfunny jokes, feminism and LGBT propaganda. Marvel's Avengers would even shut down 3 years after launch, and saw publisher Square Enix suffer a $48 million loss in the quarter it launched. I'd be willing to bet that this game doesn't even last that long. It's already tarnished Rocksteady's reputation, and who knows how much more damage it will cause if they leave it up for another 3 years. Meanwhile, fans speculated that Rocksteady Studios' next big project after the Arkham games was originally intended to be a live service game like Marvel's Avengers. After it bombed, the developers supposedly adjusted the game to be more akin to Destiny 2. If not that, the backlash from trailers revealing the game's multiple currencies and requiring a constant online connection certainly made the point. At the time, trailers were beset with an almost 3-to-1 dislike-like ratio. All I'm getting from that is that Rocksteady knew what they were doing and had plenty of time to correct this mistake years before it was actually released. They knew fans were not going to be happy with it, but they thought of you as consumers instead of customers, and went about trying to squeeze you out of every cent they could, despite the immediate backlash they inevitably would be facing.
Just consume product and then get excited for next products.
Plot leaks, tone-deaf handling of Kevin Conroy's final scene in a video game as Batman, and sexual harassment whistleblowers also furthered any bad press the game already had. Initial reviews for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League were also tepid at best, and the $100 deluxe edition couldn't grant early access. That's $100 US. In Australia, it was more like $155.
That's outrageous.
as Rocksteady Studios soon found players were getting completed save files due to a bug. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Without the team that made the Arkham games working there, Rocksteady has become nothing more than a pool of talentless hacks who would rather grift you out of your money than they would actually make a game the fans would be happy with. After pulling the game offline, again making it unplayable even in single player, they gave affected players $20 of in-game currency as compensation. Giving you $20 of in-game currency when the game doesn't work is just adding insult to injury as far as I'm concerned. The sheer disrespect is unbelievable. Was that supposed to appease the poor fans who you shafted out of their hard-earned money, Rocksteady? Honestly, go fuck yourselves.
Go fuck yourself.
Well, that about sums up my thoughts on this game. I probably won't be making another video about this or Rocksteady again anytime soon, so if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments and I might answer them. But that's all I have for you today. My name's Dean James, your mate in comics from the land down under. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow.
There is a spider, spider, spider. It's deep in my soul, soul. He's lived here for years, years. He just won't let go. He's laying around. He's got a mean bite. Now he's ready to